Hey guys, and we're gonna read some archives from the ASO stories. And in the first one, someone asked, "Are they the ASO for not wanting to give up food to lose a couple of pounds?" And if you like these videos, consider subscribing and check out my Twitch in the description. Peace out, and let's get into the story. Video is by YGINCYC, and it's "Am I the ASO for saying I refuse to give up all life joy for the sake of a few pounds in front of my niece?" TW mentioned for ED and food intake. Long time lurker, first time poster on mobile. English is first language, so typos are my bad. Over lockdown, I, 33 female, like many folks, put on some weight. I'm not overly bothered about it, but I'm trying to make some changes like walking every day and eating less rubbish so I can feel healthier again. My mom and sister are both obsessed with weight and food. My mom My mom does fad diet after fad diet. My sister calculates daily calories intake versus active and eat herself regularly. If we're going out for a meal, she has to know the restaurant at least a week in advance so she can decide what she wants and then adjust her calories intake for the whole week till she deserves the meal. My niece, 12 and 8, are both starting to do similar things, and I've flagged my concerns with my sister and mom and asked if we can stop talking about food and weight in front of them. But nothing has changed. The, the other day, I was making a cheese sandwich, the horror, and my mom started lecturing me about how the amount of cheese you should eat in a week and how I was using my whole allowance in one meal. My niece heard and and the 12-year-old opened her sandwich and started taking out the fillings. I nearly lost it when I saw that this and yet of my mom. She's obsessive, and how everyone around her looks and eat like she's sucking all the happiness out of their life and everyone else. And that I refuse to give up all the things I enjoy so I can be a few pounds lighter. That it was harmful and damaging. It was a miracle I hadn't end up with ED like my sister. I told my niece that I was sorry and shouted like that, and they shouldn't feel guilty about enjoying food. And I left. My mom and sister both want me to apologize, and apparently my niece cried after that. My sister says I'm not allowed near kids into them. I was wrong and I was apologizing, wanting them to be fat like me. For context, I am 6'1". I am 6'1", and the UK is 12 and 14. I don't know what them. I feel like you probably not, cause your mom is trying to tell you what to eat, and if you want to eat, like as long as you're not overweight, you should be fine. Hold up. Yeah, I say the people, like the mom, are like so much the assholes, and you're like the person is not that. So yeah, let's go to the next one. This one is by Marshall does. I don't know what the name is, and I'm gonna ask for meeting my parents and niece. They're the reason why I left. This is the story. I, 29 male, have a niece, 19, and as the title says, she and my parents are the maximum reason why I moved away. When she was a little kid, she was unbelievable disrespectful and just downright mean. She would literally scream, yell if no one was around. She she would cuss at me, and occasionally she would just do random crap that she would never have done if her grandmother, or other parent were around. For example, she would supposedly spill stuff, and if I ever stopped her, or told her to stop, she would run to her grandma and tell her I was being mean and that I would get in trouble if I didn't stop her. I would still be in trouble. A month before my 18th birthday, I told my parents that I wanted to visit New York City, and they said it was fine. We lived in South Carolina, if that matters, and my niece's birthday was 2 days before mine. 2 days before my birthday and two before we were supposed to leave. I already got my bags packed and then saved up to book the ticket. and we're ready to go. The next day, my parents informed me that we couldn't go because they had planned a huge surprise party for my niece, and they miscalculated for some reason, and it was a lot more expensive than they thought. If I remember correctly, it was about $6,000. So they used the money that they saved for the trip to the party. When I asked my mom why they couldn't just cancel it instead, and they got mad. And my dad said it was because an entitled brat. Wait, they said I was being an entitled brat, and my mom said I was being selfish for not wanting my niece to enjoy her special day. Or they didn't cancel it, but instead moved it back by 2 days due to some kind of schedule mix-up. I was honestly tired of their bull, so I moved to New York and went to college there, and there where I stayed, and now I am an attorney and with two amazing sons. About 2 weeks ago, I got a phone call from an uncle about a family reunion. It was a couple of days ago. I thought it would be nice for my sons to meet some of their family members. If I recall correctly, the only people whom know I moved to New York with was a couple of cousins and my younger brother. So I went there and I saw my niece. She acted the same as she did before. Later in the evening, my aunt said, "Why did I move to New York?" My mother answered for me, saying that it was so I could go to college, and I found it unbelievable amused that she thought after all these years that was the reason. So I started laughing uncontrollably. My mother asked why I was laughing, and I told her that NYU wasn't one of the reasons why I left, and it was because the crappy parents who loved to care about their shitty granddaughter more than their son, and my niece was and is still perfectly combination between a crotch goblin, a brat, and a shit stain. My mother called me an ungrateful, disrespectful brat, and my brother and sister-in-law were pissed. I was a little pissed myself, so I just left. I'm out of the butthole. I say you shouldn't have. You should actually. I don't know. I say you're maybe like a little bit of the butthole for like calling for like laughing or something, but you should have just said. Well, you're the reason, and probably explain why. And yeah, hold up, Booker. You're not the asshole. Your parents and the niece were like, she's literally going to your grandma or her mother, saying that you're being mean when you're telling her like to stop like messing with stuff. So yeah, so you're definitely not the asshole in this story. So yeah, the mother and the niece are, but not you. Let's go to the next story. Okay, guys, our last story is by user Lock. I'm not gonna say those numbers. And it's, am I the asshole for getting a lock from my officer despite my husband's disapproval? Me, a 32 female, my husband 36, have been married for 10 years and we have 2 kids. My husband is currently unemployed, but I recently started working from home in my office for 5 hours. Thing is, my husband would constantly barge my hours and interrupt my work over simply because he could get done himself. My work usually has a group, so we constantly have a group meeting to discuss projects. We says, "Can you fix the issue on my phone? Can you get the kids ready while I take a shower? Can you watch the oven while I make a phone while I take this phone call? Dog, you can make the phone call and then watch the oven. Complain about dishwasher misfunction, computer not working, and asking me to stop working to get them fixed. He sent the kids in all the time for me to brush their hair or fix a zipper. I talked to him about how it's been impacting my work. I already handled the chores when I'm not working, so I think 5 hours of work should be respected. He apologized and said he didn't know then. He didn't know then do it. He didn't know then and do it again, and it's spontaneous. 2 days ago, I had an important meeting, and he barged in, interrupted my meeting, and asked me to fix his tie because he was going out later. It was horrible in front of my colleagues and superior. I bought a lock and later installed it. When my husband got home that evening, he saw it. He saw the light and absolute shock. He asked what was the lock for, and I replied, because him interrupting my work session, and this was the only way. He sent the kids into the room to argue, saying, "I can't believe you're gonna act like the kids and I are not enough here and lock us out like that." I argued I didn't appreciate how disrespecting my boundaries and thought the lock was a solution after I exhausted all the options. He pitched a fit, saying the lock is not a good solution, and expressed how hurt he was feeling. He said, "Imagine how the kids are feeling when they see it." Then went out and smoked. He kept saying, I should remove it. I said, "What? This is stupid. They're literally they're literally stopping you from working over simple things like a phone or something." Like, no, he shouldn't barge in asking to fix a tie. If he knows you're working, then don't come in. He's the asshole out of all of this. You're not. This was a stupid thing to make. You're not the asshole. He is for so yeah. This you're not the asshole at all in the story, but the dad is for literally barging in when you're working for the most simple things that should be easy. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. I don't know what else to say. Well, if this is the end of the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Instagram in the description. So yeah, peace out.